What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Markel, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down one of my favorite Beyoncé songs and talk about it in a way that it relates to where I am in this period of my life and just share that with you all. So let's just jump right into it. So a lot has happened since my last video, and I kind of talked about this at the beginning of my last video where I was taking a break from doing videos, kind of procrastinating doing videos, and a lot has happened since that last video. I went on vacation. I had the privilege of seeing the Queen herself. I saw her perform in Paris. It was a trip of a lifetime, and I won't ruin anything about the concert or the show itself. So if you haven't seen the show, definitely go check it out for yourself. And if you're not a fan, then go get help. But yeah, so since the last video, I took that trip to Europe. It was amazing. And since getting back, I was sick, and I'm still getting over the sickness, but you can kind of hear my voice. But I've almost got my voice 100% back. Not quite there, but just a little bit to go. But I want to talk today about the song Me, Myself, and I. So the reason why I like this song so much and why it's so important to me at this period of my life is for one specific lyric that's in the song. And the lyric is, I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. And that line resonates with me so much. If you've been watching my other videos, you know that I was in a relationship that ended almost 2 years ago now. And since then, I've been single, been kind of dating here and there, but for the most part, just kind of keeping to myself, exploring my passions, one of which is this channel, exploring things that I want to do in life. I've been taking different kinds of classes. There's a plant here. I've got a couple of plants in my apartment, and that's something else that I've been getting into. But overall, this period of the past approximately 2 years has been a time of really just self-reflection. And without getting too cuckoo or too crazy about, it's so cliche for somebody to say, oh, I'm just focusing on myself. But I think there's so much value in taking time to really just explore your passions, explore things that you really just want to do. And what better time when you are single, you have minimal responsibilities, besides, getting up, going to work, taking care of yourself. You don't have really anything to worry about. You don't have to worry about anybody else other than cultivating your friendships, maintaining and fostering your friendships. And obviously, a relationship can come along, and it's something that I definitely desire for myself in the future. But until that time comes, I want to explore myself, and I want to foster all the things that I want to do. Like I said, I've been taking classes here and there, improv, dance classes, and these are things that I've wanted to do since I was a little child, since I was a little kid. And I talk about, being Black and gay and growing up in the South, how taking dance classes wasn't necessarily something that was encouraged for me. My parents were I'm super lucky to have the parents that I have, but me, myself, I wasn't brave enough to ask to take dance classes when I was a little kid. And so now that I'm an adult and I can do pretty much anything that I want to do, I'm literally doing the things that I've always wanted to do my entire life. And now it sounds super simple when I'm saying this out loud, but if we think about the things that we do in our lives, a lot of them are conditioned by things that we think that we ought to be doing. For example, going to college. Going to college is not for everybody. I'm glad that I went to college, and there are certainly advantages, there are certainly things that you can gain from different experiences. Not to say that, one thing is right versus the other, but that's kind of the thing that we're asked all the time. It's like, okay, where are you going to college after you graduate high school? Well, there are plenty of people out there who didn't go to college and are doing really well. So there's a system, it seems like there's a system that's in place, and it's designed to guide people to doing the things that they think that they should be doing, okay? And not that that system is wrong or bad, it's just that sometimes the system is not necessarily serving you. I went to college, I did all the things, went to dental school, went to graduate school, got a doctorate. And yes, I'm super proud of my accomplishments. I'm super proud of my achievements. I don't want to take anything away from that. But now it's just like, okay, what are the things that I really want to do? What are the things that are going to make me happy? That when I'm 20 years from now, I can look back at my life, the things that I've done, and be really proud, be really happy that I didn't leave anything on the table. Because I think the worst thing that anybody can do in their life is do something because someone else expects it. And that might sound super selfish, which, if I'm being honest, it is. And I think being selfish has sort of a negative connotation in the sense that if you're selfish, then you can't do anything for others. Whereas I'd like to challenge that and say, when you are selfish, when you take care of yourself, when you do the things that you want to do, it's good for everybody. Because if you are truly following your passions, doing things that make you happy, you're a happier person. You don't walk around with resentment towards anybody else because you are responsible for the decisions that you make, and you're the one that has to come home to yourself every day and live your life. And if you're living a life that is predicated by other people's expectations of you, then you're going to feel burnt out, you're going to feel resentment, and you're not really taking care of yourself in that way. And so that's sort of my biggest, not necessarily lesson, but the biggest lesson, for lack of a better term, that I've been learning over these past 2 years of being single. And it's really serving me because I feel like I've gained a lot of momentum in areas of my life that I've kind of neglected. For example, being a creative. It's really hard to, for me at least, it was really hard to step into that world, step into that realm when most of my life has been focused in very mathematical, scientific ways. So now that I'm in my 30s, and I feel like age is not as important when it comes to, following your passions. You can be 60 and start something new. So taking age out of it, it's really a decision that you make to start doing things that you want to do. Because again, you have to be happy with the decisions that you make. You're the one that has to live with your decisions. And so that's sort of the simple message that I take from the song. So in the song, she's talking about how she was cheated on, and now she's taking this vow to look after herself. And again, going back to what I was saying is, you can't look out for others if you don't take care of yourself. The analogy that a lot of people use is the oxygen mask. When you're on a plane and they say in case of an emergency, the oxygen mask will drop down from the console. But they advise you, put on your oxygen mask before you try to help someone else. Because imagine, let's say you try to put on someone else's oxygen mask before you put on your own. You're going to end up passing out before you can put on their oxygen mask. And you end up not helping anybody because you didn't put on your oxygen mask first. So, I hate to sound like a broken record or repeat things that sound so trivial, But it's really true, and it's really, for me, understanding that lesson and taking care of myself, doing the things that I want to do, doing the things that please me, and doing the things that make me happy, have made my life significantly better. And I'm showing up for my friends and family in a different way, because when you look out for yourself, when you take care of yourself, you show up for your friends and family and everybody else in ways that you're not expecting them to do things for you. Now, that's not to say that we don't need other people in our lives to help us along the way, because there are so many people in my life that have helped me to get to where I am today just by them being generous and helping me. But it's not that we need a specific person to do a specific thing for us. What do I mean by that? We rely and we depend on our relationships with other people to get through life. That's certain, that's a given. Even thinking back to when we were born, we couldn't have survived without our parents. So the same is true in life, is that we need other people to help us along the way. And so by me saying, I don't know what my dog is doing right now. She's making some kind of weird noise. But by me saying, taking care of yourself, take care of yourself, I'm by no means saying you can't help others. I'm just saying that you have to take care of yourself first, so that you don't exhaust yourself or deplete yourself relying on other people to do things for you. So that's the message of today's video. That's sort of the simple breakdown and analysis of the song. And I hope this helps just one other person like it's helped me to shape and shift my mindset to really taking care of myself, so that when I finally do enter into a relationship, I can show up for that other person in a more productive and a more efficient way. And one of the things that I'm looking for when I'm seeking a partner now is making sure that I'm with someone who can do those things for themselves, and we are two complete people coming together to just have fun and exist. Because life is hard enough. Taking care of yourself, adulting can be tough at times. Just doing things that we need to do to get by in a day, making sure we're drinking enough water, exercising properly, taking care of our mental health. It's a lot. And so imagine if we're all walking around looking for other people to do everything for us, and if we can't do it for ourselves. If RuPaul once said, and always says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell can you love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? So for me, this journey of being single for the past 2 years and however long it lasts, is really just about taking care of myself and doing the things that I need to do so that I can show up in a better way for everybody else. So I'll end it right there. Let me know if you take away something from this video. Smash the like button, leave a comment. Leave a comment about something else you'd like to see me talk about here on the channel. And if you haven't already, give me a follow on social media. I can be found at Dr. Markelle, Markelle. And I'll see you in the next video.